Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Stupid Guitar Tricks. I'm JR. Let's get started. This week we're going to talk about information management. The idea for information management really is a pretty simple one, but it's one that we as guitarists don't tend to think about or listen to. Nile Rogers, the guitar player for Chic, has had numerous hit records, hit songs, and really knows his way around the guitar. He's one of the best funk players that there are. I heard him do an interview once where he was talking about, as a guitarist, we should be piecing out what the audience needs to hear, not what we think they're going to have to hear or what they want to hear. They don't want to hear the whole chord a lot of the time. They just want to hear a little bit of it. So with that in mind, why couldn't we play just little bits of chords? We kind of do it with, these little Spanish double stops, the whole... Those are just parts of a D chord. One of the chords I want to look at today for our lesson is the major chord. Here I am playing a G major chord. It's a G major bar chord. Well, do you have to have everything in it? No, you don't. You could get by with little bits of it. You get by with this, like a power chord. You can get by with just the octave. Or you can get by with it and the 3. The sound of the 1 and 3 is kind of cool. It's a little sort of double stop that you can use. If you swell it, it works really nice at church for a pad. It's really all there is to it. You're just giving them what the audience needs to hear right now. You can do it with any chord. D's. We kind of did it a little bit when we talked about the Country Folk Can Survive lesson. So what I'm really doing is I'm playing that D shape. But I'm only giving you a taste of it. We go up to the 5th fret. That's really more of a C bar chord. The D shape up here for the G. And then back to a D bar chord shape. But we're only giving you that little bit. And we're mixing it with some other stuff. So it's kind of the same thing. It's really information management. The audience doesn't want to hear all that other stuff. They just want to hear... that instance. That's what they want to hear. They want to hear that bit. The Beatles had a huge hit with the song Blackbird, and it's built entirely off of partial chords. Pretty simple. Now, what sort of chords could you use partial chords for? I don't know. Play around with it. You're going to come up with ways you can use it. You could play a little bit of that D shape up here on the 12th fret, which makes it a C. You can play it all over the place. You can play whatever you want. As long as you're playing that chord or a part of that chord, it's going to sound right. And you can make up little motifs for it. Hosanna, a song we play in church all the time, has an intro to it that's in G. Now, the way a lot of people do it is they play just the suspended 4 by picking up the C on the B string. And that works, but if you're playing electric or you're playing sort of a third instrument where you don't really have to be up on top of everybody, you could play your G shape right here, right? So that means you're going to be playing these 2 notes. I'm certainly playing the same thing everybody else is. When I play this, it sounds like a G. When I pick that up, it sounds like a sus4, G sus4. Again, information management. I'm just playing a part of that whole G because they don't need to hear the whole. It's just too much. But That works beautifully. And nobody's going to complain about it. It's probably going to enhance everything, throw a little bit of delay on it, maybe just syncopate it. Let the other instruments get out there and shine. You're just going to be that little bit of frosting around the edge. So that's the whole lesson this week. Well, sometimes less is more. When there's a lot of cats playing on stage, less is definitely more. The less you play, the more you're going to stand out, the more the team's going to sound better, the more the band's going to sound better, and the fuller it's going to be, believe it or not. You don't need a wall of guitars to sound like you have a wall of guitars. Remember, we're not trying to change the world, just how you think about guitar. See you on stage. Peace.